Hello, what's going on, y'all?
What's
It's
up, everybody?
Tanya. We are back for another great episode of Act Right Out Loud podcast.
Yes, I'm your host, Jermaine.
Hey, babe.
What's going on?
You feeling good today?
I am great. It's the holidays.
It's the holiday.
Happy holidays.
Ooh,
I know.
you little bass.
You heard
I
it.
like
You heard it.
I like it.
You heard it. Saturday before Christmas.
Yes. Merry Christmas,
Man.
y'all. We hope y'all have had a great holiday season.
Yes.
With Thanksgiving, now Christmas, and we hope y'all have had. We really hope that y'all done had some act right.
Right.
during this
Please. I
holiday
hope so.
season,
I hope you've had some act right for this holiday season.
Yeah,
I hope you've been keeping up with the videos and the podcast.
that part.
I just want to say this real fast.
Okay, go ahead.
If you don't get the opportunity to watch the video podcast on our YouTube channel, listen, you can download it, listen to it, Spotify, all those different outlets, Apple. And I know we're not supposed to be doing this, but I just didn't know.
Go ahead, baby.
I just didn't know if people didn't thought
If they didn't know if we had the actual podcast streams.
Right.
Yeah. So we do. We do. And they're on the flyer.
Yes, they are.
If you kind of look at the intro image that's on our YouTube page and on the streaming podcast, it says all of the ones that stream our podcast episodes. So we are excited to have you guys here with us on another great Saturday, right before Christmas. And I know a lot of y'all have probably finished Christmas shopping.
They ain't finished,
but
they're not. Y'all not finished.
Some people just now starting, right?
Right. Some people just not starting.
So, are you gonna tell them what today's episode?
Yes.
The title of today's episode. What are we talking about today, Atkins?
Listen, this is gonna be crazy, y'all.
It's gonna be crazy.
It is, and today we're talking about my spouse always cheats this time of year.
My God,
just cheating,
just cheating,
and I'm excited to hear what we're finna say about this. Because I believe some people are going to get set free from the strongholds.
Oh, it could be a stronghold, right? Y'all like to say stronghold.
Could be a stronghold. Yeah, anything that holds you strong. That's what a strong.
It's self-explanatory.
Right. I've been excited to really talk about this, because I don't believe you really hear too many conversations just about this particular subject in terms of cheating during the holidays. And of course, whether you guys know it or not, there are different kinds of infidelity.
Yes.
Physical infidelity, emotional infidelity, and then there is also financial infidelity. Financial infidelity. And there are so many couples and families who find themselves in compromising positions and situations during the holidays. Because one or two people decide to cheat during the holidays. Cheating. When we're talking about cheating, we're specifically talking about that mucho dinero.
The money, y'all.
The money.
Give me my money.
Give me my money. Talking about that. So somebody may be asking, well, what exactly is financial infidelity?
And course, I know you're going to tell them.
You know I got to.
I know you're going to tell them. Give them a definition.
Financial infidelity, most of the time it occurs, not most of the time, it always occurs when one spouse decides to hide or misrepresent financial information from their spouse. We see this when people have quote unquote secret bank accounts.
When y'all be hiding them Amazon packages.
All them Amazon packages you be hiding. That money that you got stashed away up
the rainy day. The rainy day fund.
Up under the mattress or whatnot.
Or in the TV like Uncle Pete.
Right. Uncle Pete sent them there with a whole
bank in a TV.
Inside the
TV, y'all.
So we wanted to talk about this because it's important. Number one, and you definitely don't want to find yourself in the space of financial infidelity.
Yeah.
Not to be mixed up with you just trying to hide particular gifts,
surprise
gifts.
Yeah,
that's not what we're talking about.
We're not talking about that.
No, we're specifically talking about when if you all do this, when you and your spouse put together a plan and you say, we are only going to spend this much during the holidays.
Right.
But then you take it upon yourself to go over and above and beyond that particular budget that you have set in place. Like, y'all both agree, listen, we only gonna spend $300 on each other for Christmas, or we're only going to spend this amount of money for the kids during the holidays.
Yeah.
Because
the budget. Create a budget for the holidays.
Create a budget. Yeah.
And you're cheating because you're not adhering to the budget.
Right.
So if y'all know us, y'all know we like acronyms.
Right.
So the word CHEATS is an acronym, and it's going to be kind of the flow of the conversation that we're going to have.
Let's dive into it.
This is not about physical or mental infidelity.
Right. Well, it's not. I'll say this: it's not, but
it could be intertwined.
It could be intertwined, and if you don't really get a handle on
this is true.
It could lead to divorce and all these different things based on.
But we want to focus on the financial side of things when it comes to infidelity.
We do.
Okay.
I want to just real quickly.
Okay.
And I know you know this, but I just want to put this in there because a lot of divorces that end up happening. One of the main key components of that is finances.
Yep, money.
It's money. So
it is. We want y'all to be healthy and we want y'all marriage to last. We definitely don't want it to end because of money.
Right.
So let's get it popping.
Come on with it. All right.
So
what's the first one?
First letter is C.
C.
Yes. And C is important because it's about the choices. That you make. When it comes to your finances.
Right.
Especially during the holiday season, because everybody, I'm not gonna say everybody. A lot of people tend to live beyond their means.
Yes.
And they tend to try to put on this, persona that they have more than they actually have. So they put themselves in debt. Right. Because they want to buy things to make them appear more than what they are.
Right.
So C is the first one, and it's very important because you're choosing to do these things, right? You're making a choice to put yourself in debt, knowingly and unknowingly.
Right.
And so we want you to be aware of the choices that you make with your finances during this holiday season, especially if you and your partner have created a budget,
right,
so that you can stay within your financial means.
Right. I think one thing to point out too, in terms of the choices part, we live in a life that's full of choices.
Yeah.
One of the best things that you can do during this time of year is be disciplined with your choices.
Yeah,
in terms
of be disciplined.
In terms of what you all have put in place, the budget, the agreement.
The agreement.
Yeah.
The fact that we sat down and we know what our bills are, we know what our responsibilities are, and because so-and-so got a new car down the street, or a friend or a family member, you want to top that,
right, and
go beyond what the budget is.
Right. Now
put yourself in debt.
Right. Now it's a difference if and I'm not saying that this is better, but it's a difference if you all didn't have the conversation. Like in terms of what we're going to do, what we're going to spend.
It doesn't make it better, but even if you don't have the conversation, if financially y'all are,
well, that's true too. If you know where y'all are, you know where you all are at.
Everybody know where they money at.
And if you all are not having conversations together in terms of where you all are financially, that's a whole nother conversation and podcast. So you definitely have those choices.
Yeah.
That you can make, and hopefully they are positive.
They're good choices, and they're win-win choices.
Right.
They're choices that are going to make your finances better and not make them worse, and put more strain and stress on your relationship.
Right.
So make great choices when it comes to your money.
Yeah. Number two. Yeah. You want me to take this?
Go.
Okay. Letter H. Hot. Y'all know we got to throw hot in there all the time.
Listen,
we got to. So hot money, meaning Be honest, open, and transparent about your money.
Yeah, not with the world.
Right. Right.
With each other.
With each other. Now, listen, we understand everybody runs their home differently.
Yeah.
Some people go with one account, some go with separate accounts, and then whatever the case may be, but you still want to make sure that you're being honest, open, and transparent with your money. Like, it's probably not a good thing to wait up until you guys are getting ready to purchase gifts and whatever you're going to be purchasing, food items for what you're going to be eating on Christmas Eve and on Christmas Day, to say, oh yeah, by the way, I don't have no money. I spent all my money on this. I did this. No.
Be responsible.
Right. Don't. And I know somebody's probably saying, well, well, I am being honest, but you're being honest, but you waited until the last minute.
You've waited until you've made bad choices.
Right. Be open about
after.
Right. Be open about where you are financially.
Yeah.
Be transparent with each other. Yeah. And then just be honest with each other. Just be like,
I know this is something that you desire to have for the holidays, but financially we cannot afford to do that. Right. But we can plan to do that at a later date when our finances look better. Right.
And I think one of the best things that I've heard parents say before, and even we've said it with the kids a few times, is if you know that it's been a rough year financially, be honest with your kids.
Right.
Be like, listen, y'all, Christmas ain't gonna be like it was last year. It's gonna be this. And however how honest you are with your children.
Yeah.
Of course, that's left up to how you do that. But just be honest and open and transparent, because you definitely don't want your kids having a great expectation of, I'm gonna get everything that I put on this list. And we're looking at like
y'all want these lights on, or y'all want this?
That's one of the best.
You want to play with your toys in the dark,
right? Right.
You want the lights on?
Come get this good Christmas meal that
you want to eat,
right?
Or you want to push your toy truck,
right?
Let's make decisions.
So it's you just got to be honest, open, and transparent
with your money.
Can you think of a time where you weren't honest, open, transparent with your money regarding the holidays?
I can. I think that, when the divorce was, doing whatever it was doing,
right.
I was trying to, overcompensate,
But you were trying to.
I was just trying to make sure that the holiday season was great.
And it didn't fall back because
by any means necessary.
Okay.
Because
I'm a little nervous about that, but okay.
Because of the things that we were going through at the time.
Okay, but let's talk about this by any means.
No, let's not talk about that, because that's old, and that's
it's in the past.
We've moved past it.
Okay, great. I'm with you.
Have we not?
Yeah.
Were the lights still on?
Absolutely. Yeah. Everything was still on. Everything. So
what I mean by that is I did not get things for myself, and I made sure that they got everything that they wanted, that they desired. And I know gifts are materialistic things, but to see the joy in them, to receive something like that on Christmas, it did my heart well. So you raise your kids how you raise yours. I raise mine.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you want to make sure that you are hot, honest, open, transparent.
I was honest with myself.
Well, that's a lot of people skip that part.
I was not honest and had the conversation with my children. They were young, and my oldest son would have understood, but I did not feel the need to have that conversation at that time. I just I was honest with myself. This is what they want. This is how I'm going to make it happen. And that's how I made it happen.
Hey, and didn't skip a beat.
I did not.
Everybody,
because God is faithful.
Yes, He is. Now
you're doing something good for the people that you love. He creates environments and atmospheres where you can be successful in giving them what they desire.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
So the next letter is E. Y'all, don't be out here, because this happens a lot with this emotional spending, right? You just buying stuff because you in a mood.
Yeah.
And this happens a lot, when people are dealing with grief.
Yeah.
And if you haven't watched our episode on grief, go back. That's last Saturday's episode where we talked about grief and how it can affect your life.
Right.
a lot of times we're so emotional in a situation that we're dealing with, current situations that we're dealing with, and we just go buy things that we think are going to make us feel better.
Right.
And in most cases, they don't.
They don't. And a lot of times you see emotional spending in not just during the holidays either. Divorce, grief, just
like
anything.
Year round.
Yeah, when I'm hurt.
But it's like especially big for the holidays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you literally just, got out of a relationship and this is your first holiday being alone, you're very emotional. And so you want to buy something to make yourself feel better about the situation. But it never does. It's just this thing that you buy, and now you've put yourself in debt. You may go buy a car,
Yeah, I mean,
just to try to put on this, facade that you're doing better than what they thought you would be doing in this situation.
And it's okay to
go buy a car.
To go to buy yourself something. It's okay for you to buy yourself something if that's going to help make you feel better. But we're speaking in regards to just you, like you just said with the car situation, you going out to buy something that that either right now or down the road that you cannot afford.
Yeah.
But it's like this is only going to bring a temporary satisfaction to you in this particular moment.
Yeah.
But then 2 months, a month, 3 months down the line, now this emotional purchase that you've made is now it has become a what's the word I'm looking for? A burden. Now it's a burden.
That car payment is a burden.
It's a burden. It's a burden. Now.
Yeah.
So you really have to be in tune with yourself
and your finances
and your finances. And you just got to be honest with yourself. Like I can't afford it. I want it. I can't afford it. I want it. I can't afford it. Yeah. I want it and I can't afford it.
Yeah.
Don't be out here buying. Don't be out here making these emotional purchases in December with the mindset of, I'll
worry about that later.
No, I'll pay it off, or I'll do this, or I'll catch up with income tax. No.
Income tax. People still do that.
Come on now.
Well, I guess I think like that.
It's somebody right now. They're thinking to themselves, December is here, income tax is right around the corner. And I don't want to live that life to where I'm only happy like once a year.
No, I don't. Baby, you going off.
No, I'm at the same place.
Oh, okay.
But I'm saying that people
the emotional spending.
Yes, with the emotional spending. Yeah. I'm hypothetically speaking that some people think that way.
Yeah.
And I'm saying some people because at one point in time I thought like that. I'm like, well, not because it was an emotional purchase. I'm just thinking to myself, well, I just catch up with income tax. I'll just catch up with this. No, make the correct financial decisions that you need to make right now, whether you are single or married, so that you won't have to be waiting on one particular time of the year.
Yeah.
So,
and when it comes to, financial infidelity, emotional spending can affect the trust in your relationship, the things that you and your partner hold dear can get affected. Like this holiday season, if you and your partner, have decided to create this budget, we go back to this whole budget thing, created this budget to not spend a certain amount of money and to keep it within this amount for the entire month of December. And because maybe, you wanted a promotion at your job, you didn't get it. So you want to take yourself out on this extravagant weekend because you didn't get the job and you're emotionally sad about it. And you go against what you and your partner had decided to do financially. So now you've done something that affects the both of y'all.
Right.
Because maybe it was a tight budget to where, there was no wiggle room for extravagant weekends. So we have to be mindful and make great choices when it comes to our finances, especially when we're married.
Right.
And when we are, cohabitating. You may not be married, but you and your partner live together. You have to be mindful of each other, even when you have emotional setbacks.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, that is. I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
So definitely, do your best to stay away from that emotional spending. But then not only that, then just actions.
We're on the letter A, guys.
Yeah, watch your actions. And when I think of actions, I'm thinking of a person who is just making all these irrational moves to cover up all of the overspending that they've done in the holidays, hiding packages, trying to make sure that the Amazon person don't come in between.
I saw
11 and 2
rug that says "Hide my packages from my husband," and the UPS person put the packages behind the little bush.
Wow!
And the husband came to the door and opened the door, and he was like, "Oh, I just wanted to tell you about Jesus." It was something to that. It was funny, guys, but y'all, come on now with this Amazon spending. I love Amazon too, but I'm not gonna spend to the point to where I gotta go tap on my husband's shoulder and be like, "Baby,
right?
I kind of went a little overboard with Amazon this month. Can you put a little something in my bank account?"
Right, and it's, I'm glad you brought that up because I think it's almost universal in terms of Amazon. So it ain't just like during the holidays.
No, it's
like,
year round.
Year round. It's like, what is this box up here? Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, nothing. Just move it to the side. What you need, I'll get it.
Right. Where you going? Oh, I get it. Why come I can't go in this closet?
You know why.
It ain't because you're trying to hide gifts. You're trying to hide what you have overdone,
right,
in terms of all the different packages.
And you don't have to buy things just because they're on sale.
That's true.
Or because it's just a great deal, nobody can pass this by, and then it sits in your home and it's unused.
Right. Now, crazy enough for us, we have one main. I believe we both have Amazon accounts.
Oh no, I use yours. You got Prime.
Right. But everyone uses mine because I have Prime. Yeah. So it's not like, and I don't go on there just trying. Let me see what you
be looking at my shopping history.
I don't.
Honestly, I appreciate
it. I don't.
Well, you see it when it get here anyway.
Well, I know that you're not gonna go overboard.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
But and then to be fair and to be honest, I also know that those packages, the things that you do order, those come from your account. Mm-hmm. And I think sometimes people.
Oh yeah, I'm not using your
account. Right. Yeah, so it is, and that definitely would need to be a conversation.
Yeah, if you're just going on there using the joint account.
Yeah, just buying up stuff with the joint account. But especially when you are purchasing things that you don't necessarily need at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, you see something on Facebook or Instagram, then you go look at it.
Or even TikTok now. They have a store on TikTok.
See? And then you just like I got, it's like, you need another Snuggie?
I got them in every color.
So
I need them in every color.
So your actions, your
actions matter.
Yes, they absolutely
especially
matter.
When it comes to your finances,
right,
and how you handle them with your partner.
Right.
Next is the letter T, trust. And I kind of hit on this with emotional spending, how it can affect trust.
Yeah.
If I don't trust you with our money, then I can't trust you to be over our home.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. That, and that's so deep. That's almost like a whole nother conversation, because if you cannot trust your spouse, significant other, whatever case, whatever y'all doing, with that particular responsibility that you're taking on, whoever is quote unquote over managing the finances of the home, there has to be trust.
Right.
There has
to be trust, period, in a relationship,
yeah,
as a whole.
Right.
But definitely when it comes down to your money, because your money is going to determine how your home is kept. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I can't trust you to pay the bills on time, and instead of you paying a bill, you deciding to go on Amazon and order, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
then
especially during the holidays,
just because so-and-so has it, or because you just really want it so bad that you can't wait, and you fear that it may not be there when you do get the money,
right?
Then we have a bigger issue.
Right. Oh yeah.
We have a bigger issue, because trust is important in every aspect of your marriage, of your relationship, of your engagement, of your cohabitation, whatever the case may be. I have to be able to trust you
that you're gonna do right by
these funds. Yeah. Especially if we have a joint account.
Yes.
Which means both of us have access to this account.
Right.
And so I need to be able to look at that account next week and it's the same balance, unless you and I discussed something coming out of it.
Right.
But other than that, I should be able to look at it and see the same thing that I saw last week.
Right. Right. Especially if that is the bill account.
Yeah, because in most cases,
this is the account that we pay. Right. This is the account we pay our bills, and so if you have to have enough trust and be trustworthy to not not be just take all of what's supposed to be mortgage bills and just so that we can have a good Christmas.
Yeah.
From my understanding, a roof, lights,
that's a great Christmas. That is a
great Christmas.
Food.
Yeah, that is the best Christmas in the world.
I mean, of course I like a new pair of shoes for Christmas. Right. But if you tell me that those new pair of shoes might stop us from paying the water bill or the light bill, then I'm going to say, go ahead and pay that bill. I'll wait on them shoes.
Go ahead and pay that bill. Don't you fix your mouth to say, well, can you make an arrangement? No. Either I'm gonna spend this $100.
Make an arrangement. Right. I got the money,
I'm either gonna spend this $100 that we got left on lights and food, or use some shoes.
What shoes you gonna get for $100?
Now you getting off track.
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Now you getting off track. It's not. Because there are plenty of shoes out there that people can get.
Trust, guys. Trust.
Right.
Trust.
What's the name? What's the name?
Okay. And last, but certainly not least, the letter S, strategy. Strategy. Yeah.
You there has to be a method to your madness in terms of holidays, in terms of, I didn't take a step further, in terms of family vacations, there has to be some kind of strategy in place. Even if you are balling out of control, we don't want to insult your finances.
Well, we don't want to insult your finances,
but you still need a strategy.
Even if you are balling out of control, you still need a strategy, because just because you have the money does not necessarily mean you have to spend it.
Right.
You know, we leave an inheritance for our children.
Absolutely.
So just because you have the money does not mean there's always use for the money that's going to be better used for, things that are necessities.
Right. So with the strategy, just four easy steps, y'all. 4 easy steps. Well, I won't say they're easy, but
there are 4 helpful tips, I guess you can say, to help, prevent financial infidelity in these relationships. And this is how you can strategize during the holiday season.
Right. And the first one is very simple and easy. And that's simply just set clear holiday expectations regarding spending expectations regarding your finances and regarding your money.
Right.
And what does that look like? Well, they just simply sit down. We do it all the time. Like, how are we doing Christmas? What are we doing?
What are we doing for Christmas?
Right.
Who all is getting a gift for Christmas? Do we want to ask them what they want, or do we want to just want to give them what we want to give them? We set a budget for each. We have 3 children. And they are adults.
Right.
So the things that they want for the holidays cost a little bit more than they did when they were kids.
Right.
So we set budgets and say, we're going to spend this amount on the kids. And then our parents will spend this amount on them. And then whatever's left from that, we even set aside a budget for each other. This is what we're going to do for each other.
Yep.
And we're not going to go over that, because we know we want to live happily in January.
Right.
We want to bring the new year in not struggling.
Right.
not looking at debt.
Right. And so and what that helps us do is it helps us to set particular expectations up front.
Yeah.
Not to say that if for whatever reason we end up not being able to get a particular gift that we really wanted to get each other, like we're not going to be mad, upset, or angry or any of that, because we understand the significance of this particular holiday.
Right.
I mean, this is just for us.
Right.
And so it helps us to sit down and set these particular spending expectations, and it really takes a weight off of us.
Yeah,
leading up to the holiday and after the holiday.
Well, it also helps us avoid overspending.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we don't be out here just,
right,
flipping dollars.
Because depending on how you and your family does the holidays, you have to not only create a particular holiday list of expenses that you're going to spend out on in terms of gifts, but you also have to factor in food. Some of you have to factor in travel. There may be some extra activities that you guys want to do during the holidays. A lot of people like to go to the movies on Christmas.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about taking a family of 5,
that's actually a good idea.
Yeah, we have. But the movies have been so fickle ever since.
They have.
Ever since COVID.
Yeah, that writers thing too.
That too. But you do all of that in terms of the list and all the expectations, so that you can ensure that nothing is actually overlooked. If that makes sense. Yeah. So you want to make sure that you set those clear holiday spending expectations.
And number two, not number two, at number 2, discuss boundaries and around your best practice.
Discuss boundaries around secret purchases. You want to know why you got tongue-tied?
Why did I get tongue-tied?
Because you know that you made some secret purchases that you probably shouldn't have.
I have not.
And that was the Lord getting you back. The Lord is very smart. He got you. He says, I'm going to cause your tongue
God
to
is not happy with what you just said.
The root of your mouth.
That is not true. No, I got tongue-tied because I was thinking one thing, but I had to look at my notes to see what you and I discussed so I can stay on task.
Right, absolutely.
Now, sir, don't be trying to bring God against me like that.
He loves you.
Not petty.
He loves you.
He loves me. He's not petty. Stop it.
Sometimes he is a little petty.
Stop it. Anyway, have an open conversation. Have an open conversation, because we know that temptations come from buying gifts. That was in the details, y'all.
He is, but because Tonja and I, we'll have conversations, whether it's during a holiday, birthday, or anniversary, or just because of gifts, and we'd be like, I saw something that I really wanted to get you. I know you was gonna look good in it. I know that you would appreciate it, but it was just too much.
Yeah,
but I was so close.
I was so close to making that. I almost did that this holiday season, but I had to think about what you and I discussed, and I also had to think about the fact that it is not a necessity; it's just a want.
Yeah,
and this is not the only time that I can buy it.
Right.
So I'm going to stick within our discussion on our finances for December. And then it's something that I could do possibly in January, Valentine's Day in February, our anniversary in March. Yep. So I have plenty of time. I'm pretty sure they're not going to sell out.
Yeah. And I think too, I think sometimes just dealing with those secret purchases, sometimes just kind of feel your spouse out, because you don't want to make a major purchase like that.
Right.
And then number one, they really don't want it.
Or they really don't even like it.
Yeah. Or they're going to be like, that's way too much. You shouldn't. The last thing that you as a spouse want to hear from your spouse is saying, you shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
That's not the reaction that you're going to be looking for.
Right.
Especially if you know the financial situation.
Financial situation that you're in.
Because you may be thinking to yourself, like, well, we could have used that we could have done it.
Right.
So sometimes you got to go ahead and be like, what do you think about this? And then you got to really listen to them. If they like saying stuff to the point to where they like it, but really not feeling it right now, that's a clear indication. Let me hold off on this.
Right.
Let me.
But you know what? I was just thinking about that. Actually, goes back to the letter T, trust. You know, if you let your partner know about your spending habits, and you can have a conversation, like an open, transparent conversation about your spending habits, and y'all can really sit down and set some boundaries so that you can, you know, stick within what is going to work for your household. That's going to build trust.
It is going to build trust.
It's going to build trust, and it's also going to have your partner in a position to support you in the way that you need support.
Right. That's true.
Why are you smiling?
Because the whole time that you're talking, I'm listening and I'm thinking about, you know, when you mess around and do like a secret Santa within your family.
But aren't most of those, you know, set at a certain amount? Like they set a limit you can't exceed.
This is
limit.
true.
Yeah,
this is true. But you remember on the movie 4 Christmases?
Yeah.
When at the house he was like, "We do okay. Let's try to play Santa." And he bought his son
an Xbox.
No, a screwdriver.
Oh,
then he bought the Xbox. He said, "How in the world did you find an Xbox for $10? Because they had $10 limit."
Yeah. That's mean.
Very mean. But I was thinking about that. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. So consider, you know, setting a spending limit and setting boundaries, and so that you won't have any surprise gifts or anything that you have to hide.
Yeah, that's true.
I do not. You laughing like I hide gifts?
No, you don't hide gifts.
Okay.
I
do surprise you.
I mean, no. What I'm saying is, you don't make purchases and then hide them.
Oh no.
And then on date night, just be like, "Oh,
no,
just
I don't."
pop out.
Yeah, I don't have that kind of energy. Like to hide stuff that takes work.
No.
Yeah, it's hard for me to hide my Christmas gifts.
No, we're not doing that.
And I have to wrap them and put them under the tree, because if I don't, then I'm just like, "Here, I bought you this."
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Go to the third one, baby.
Okay, so next, and I think this is good too. Reevaluate in terms of joint accounts and then credit cards. And the reason why is because sometimes what people will do, they will be like, "Well, I won't necessarily use the account,
but I'll use my credit card.
Use a credit card
and rack up this holiday debt."
Right. Right. And then an interest rate, it comes back and bites you. Right. So you
don't I know about it?
No. You don't do that, because then you find yourself, now you got to reassess all your monies, because now you're paying it towards you make major purchases.
Paying off Christmas for a whole year.
Yeah.
And here it is, Christmas again.
Christmas came back around again.
Jesus, I do not want that life.
Yeah. So when you are really just honest about your accounts, and then especially the credit cards as well, it helps to eliminate that whole secrecy in terms of your spending habits or whatnot.
Yeah.
And
like I said, that you can get support from your partner. So you don't have to hold these secrets, and you can just be free.
And then just make sure that you have just a system in place that works for you all, to where y'all can track your spending.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna use this credit card to get Haley this. And then we'll just, or to get Faison on.
We'll make it manageable. So that it's manageable.
Yes.
If I, set a $300 limit for this person, I can use my credit card and I can pay it off before the next billing cycle.
Right.
So be smart.
Right.
About how you use your credit cards in this season. Because let me tell you, and also be smart with what's the pay-in fors.
Oh, your afterpays and your clauses.
Be smart with that, because they will,
that 2 weeks come around quick.
Well, I used to work for a company, Advance America, and that's what that reminds me of.
Gotcha.
Advance America will loan you $100, and they will give you 2 weeks to come back and pay it. You come back in 2 weeks to pay it. Well, you need that $100 in those 2 weeks. So guess what? You're going to take out another $100, or you may increase it, and it becomes a cycle, and the door keeps revolving, and you get more and more in debt than you did when you took out that first $100. So just be smart about how you use your credit cards, how you use these paying fors, and because they can put you in debt just as bad as credit cards.
Have a particular plan before you even make the purchase, even though because if you make a purchase with a paying for and it's $200 now. Right now, only paying that $50 in your head, that sounds so good because I have more money to do so many other things. But I already know for those next 4 to 6 weeks that there's going to be another $50 that's going to be coming out of what you normally would be using for this. So so don't get so caught up in the fact that, this costs me $100. If I do this now, all I got to do is pay $25. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah,
but you still need to have the mindset of that I'm going to pay this.
Yeah,
that this is coming out, and if you can pay it early, go ahead and pay.
Right.
Go ahead and knock that thing out.
Yeah,
go ahead and knock it out.
Look, we are not financial advisors, but
we are absolutely.
We are absolutely not financial advisors, but we are people that know how to spend money.
Right.
And these are some of the things that work for us.
Right.
Now it may not work for you. You may need to go get a financial advisor.
Right. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Trial and error.
Trial and error, like on for real.
Trial and error.
But we have gotten so much better.
Like, Lord,
we're in an AA
right.
meeting.
I'm like, Lord, it's coming out again.
Ooh, Jesus, trial and error, y'all, trial and error. But we have gotten so much better with it, and I'm very proud of our financial decisions here lately.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, moving on because that face just says it all. So the last one, right?
Yes.
Number 4, create a financial trust pact.
Yes.
So
establish.
I know this is crazy, but like, you cannot create a strategy without your partner if you don't trust them.
Right.
So if I can't trust you, then I can't communicate with you. I can't.
How am I going to create a particular pact with you in this area
without trust?
If I don't trust you?
Yeah.
If I don't trust you, and this trust comes from this trust issue that I have. It comes from something that transpired with us in terms of our finances in the past,
right?
So you have to you have to display trust. You have to be have integrity with your money, and have the conversation.
Yeah,
have the conversation
with these trust pacts. Like, you're committing to being honest with each other.
Yes.
About your finances.
Yes.
Because you don't want to commit infidelity.
Yes.
When it comes to your finances, so you want to have honesty first and foremost, and that's how you start the pact.
Right.
The pact is we're going to be honest about where we are financially.
Right.
And we're going to talk about our finances without judgment.
Right.
My trust is going to depend on the space that you provide for me,
right,
to tell you what I need to tell you and to be honest with you. Now, if I don't feel like I have a safe space, I'm probably still going to be honest, but I'm probably not going to be as open to receive the type of support that you want to give.
Yes.
So it's very important that you're honest, and it's important that the person that you're trying to be honest with is open to the space that you need to be honest, because the holidays are stressful, right? So you don't want to add to the stress with your money.
Well, that's true.
Because, that could make me not want to talk to you about it.
Yeah. That's the reason why financial transparency has to be a non-negotiable. And that's with both large and small purchases.
Right.
It has to be non-negotiable.
Yeah.
In terms, and that's not to say that you as a husband, you can't go out and buy yourself something, or you as a wife can go out and buy yourself something. But I'm not going to go out and just make this huge purchase.
Yeah.
Without Tonja not knowing. I'm not just going to show up at the house with a brand new vehicle.
Right.
I'm going to just show up at the house with a brand new 64-inch TV.
Ooh.
Whatever. I'm not even going to purchase a $1,000 suit. But why? Because that's I don't care who you are, whether you are making 6 figures a year not. That's still a large purchase.
Yeah.
That you should, at least and hear me good. Financial transparency is not you asking your spouse for permission.
It's you being accountable,
right,
with your money,
right,
and it's you being responsible as well, because we're adults, we're not children.
Right.
Kids go spend their money frivolously.
Right.
We actually think about the impact of that purchase and what it does to our finances.
Right. Oh yeah.
So this pact is not about you being, either of you being treated as a child.
Mm-hmm.
It's you being accountable for what you're choosing to do with your money.
Right.
And because that affects our household, it definitely needs to be some honest, open, and transparent conversations when it comes to big purchases, such as a car.
Right.
Don't surprise me with a car.
Right.
Because I'm going to think about all these other financial obligations that we have that could have been taken care of with the funds that you spent on that car. So let's have a conversation about it. And if you and I have a conversation about it and we are in agreement that we do need to get another vehicle, like you did, we talked about it, and then he just popped out with a new vehicle. But I was okay with it because we discussed it,
right,
and we knew that there was a need for it,
right,
and we knew how we would handle it. So it's all about having these honest conversations so that you can be accountable for the purchases that you're making.
Right, especially during the holidays.
Especially
so
during the holidays, y'all.
There you have it, y'all.
Yeah,
this is the reason why we got to stop cheating during the holidays.
Yeah,
these purchases.
Y'all, this financial infidelity is real.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Talk to each other, strategize, take these steps and navigate through these financial pressures so that you don't have to feel them or create a debt that can last longer than you intended. Because that's what them credit cards will do to you.
Ouch.
Yeah.
So, listen.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope y'all enjoyed today.
Have a great
Christmas.
Great Christmas.
Have a great rest of your Saturday.
Enjoy your family.
Good luck in that Christmas traffic.
Ooh. I hope y'all done Christmas shopping because I am.
Yep.
Done.
So see y'all next week.
See y'all next time.
Peace out.